I'm Steve with Startup Trek Television, and we're here with Joey Alfono of GoSpotCheck. Joey, thanks for coming on Startup Trek TV.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Good to have you.
Yeah.
We want to ask you 3 questions today.
Sure.
So what problem does GoSpotCheck solve?
Okay, well, every year in the U.S. and in other countries, brands spend billions of dollars on merchandising audits, okay? And they do this to make sure their product's at the correct place, it's at the correct price point, and so forth.
Merchandising audits?
Yes, but they end up losing out on close to $15 billion in sales because retail agreements are screwed up. So they're not getting this data when they can action it in real time. That's the problem that GoSpotCheck solves. We crowdsource this data from mobile-wielding consumers so that we can pay the consumers to provide the data back to brands in real time.
So are we talking about, give us some examples of these brands, like 3.
Okay, so a couple of our pilot customers, Evol Foods, which does burritos, frozen burritos. We've got Perky Jerky, which does some gas stations. We've also got Urgent RX, which is pain medication. So they're all around the grocery store right now, mainly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're going to give them the ability to see what's really going on.
Yeah, exactly. So if they're stocked out, they can call the store, tell them, hey, I need some product on the shelves, and they can get that corrected quickly.
And you're getting that data in a new way with, is it a web application?
So right now it's a smartphone application.
Oh.
So it's on the iPhone right now for our beta, but we'll release to Android soon.
Of course.
And it'll basically pay people through PayPal or through checks if they prefer to capture that data while they're in the store.
Oh, so the consumer gets paid to collect the data.
Exactly.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah. So the consumer can end up getting paid close to $20, maybe even $30 while they're in the store once we get enough brands on board.
That's pretty compelling.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about how your company came together.
Okay, so we applied to Techstars. When I say we, I mean Matt and I initially, and Matt's the CEO, Mat Talbot.
And you are the head of mission control.
I'm the head of mission control,
I like
yeah.
your title.
So I have the more fun title, actually. But Matt and I have been friends all from when we were growing up, always wanted to start a business together. So we actually applied with a completely different idea, and then we did what David Cohen called leaving everything and punting, leaping. So we punted and came up with a completely new idea once we were in the program. Luckily, we brought on 2 co-founders who were engaged, had the right skill set, and were able to do the whole pivot as a full team, and we didn't have any trouble with losing team members.
Now that's really interesting for all your fellow entrepreneurs out in the Startup Trek television audience. You're saying that 60 days into the 90-day Techstars program, you threw everything out the window and started from scratch?
That's correct, yeah.
That's impressive.
So we did a little bit of the locking yourself in a room, brainstorming, but we were really blue sky. We did a different industry and everything, so it was a pretty incredible experience. And
that's a pretty good sign.
Yeah,
You're
well,
willing to let go of it.
So. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of entrepreneurs want to fall in love with their original idea and they just hold on to it like dear life.
Right.
But you got the feedback from your coaches in Techstars or from the market? Or?
Yeah, mainly from the mentors. So the mentors were the best thing for us. You know, if they hated our idea up front, they told us they hated our idea and told us what to work on. And once we worked through some of those problems, we realized that wasn't really the business model for us, and that we needed to take a different direction.
Well, you beat out 600 entrepreneurs that applied, and you were in the top 10 that won, so
yeah,
you must have had a pretty good idea, or they must have liked you a lot, your team.
I guess it was, you know, Techstars says they invest in teams, and I think we're an example of that. We wouldn't have thought we'd change our idea once we applied and got in, but that's how it goes. You know, you have to be on your feet.
So our final question is, what do you believe is really unique about GoSpotCheck as a company?
Well, I think product-wise, you know, there's not many apps that pay you. You know, most of the time you're paying for apps, so that's one immediate differentiation.
In this economy, I think that's a huge win right there.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we, you know, we enable people to make a little extra money on the side. And then I think secondly, we started with a problem, so we talked to the brands first, found out that this was an actual problem. Instead of trying to build a solution and apply it to multiple problems, we had a very specific problem and came up with that.
People that are interested. Where can they go on the web to check you guys out? I see you're at GoSpotCheck.com?
GoSpotCheck.com. You can follow us on Twitter at GoSpotCheck. You can like us
Awesome.
on Facebook. All that stuff helps. So
Great.
appreciate it.
Yeah, it looks like something that, especially I'd encourage aspiring entrepreneurs to study what you did in terms of going deep in and then deciding to just throw it all out the window.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but if you have to, there is a way to do it. So,
Yeah, system into the market. So,
yeah, exactly.
Well, congratulations for being one of the top 10 startups out of 600 that applied. And
Thanks very much.
Good luck to you.
Thanks very much. Appreciate it.